Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I have a GOME phone. Now if you remember, some months back I had the GOME U7, which I titled one of the most incredible budget smartphones you've never heard of. Well, this is another incredible budget smartphone you've never heard of. Well, I hope so anyway. Specs certainly say that, and the price. This is £89 on Banggood. Links are in the description below. So £89, the GOME U9. Comes in a nice fancy box. One of the big specs is it's got 6 gigabytes of RAM. Huge gigabytes. 64 gigabytes of storage. It's also running Android 8, and if you remember the GOME U7, it had Android 7. It's a little bit older, so the operating system's newer, it's got more RAM. I think the only downside, it's not got NFC. Pretty sure that's the case. Okay, so in the box, what do we get here? Oh, we do get a case with it, that's good. And some screen protectors, or a screen protector. That case looks disgusting. It doesn't, it's a clear case, but it's got like manky yellow sort of colouring around it. Anyway, it will keep your device, safe. So in the box, we have a 2-pin plug, a SIM tray ejector tool, a USB Type-C charging cable, and a USB Type-C to headphone jack, headphone socket, so you can still use your headphones. Okay, over to the phone itself. The GOME U9. Let's peel this away. Super excited about this. I love a good budget bargain with big specs. Okay, so it feels as if it's glass front and back, just like the GOME U7. Yeah, that looks quite something, doesn't it? It's lovely. Yeah, a glossy back, a glossy front, a glass front. Around the bottom we have USB Type-C and speaker grills. Along the side we have volume rocker up and down, and a nice tactile power button there. It's textured. Along the top we have a microphone. Along the edge there we have a SIM tray, which can house dual nano or a nano and micro SD card. Now, below that, there is also another tactile button there, which might be a camera button of some sort. We'll have to see. So, without further ado, let's turn it on. So I believe just like the GOME U7 a few months back, it was completely dead. So I just had to plug it in. So I imagine these have been sitting in the warehouse for ages. Here we go, GOME. Okay. Cool, it's got the notch at the top as well. I'm going to go ahead and set it up. Okay, so here we have the GOME U9. Looks nice and neat. Has a 6.18 inch Full HD Plus display, 2246 by 1080p resolution as well. And the screen looks quite crisp. I do like that. So in terms of applications, it's pretty much that. That's all you get. You get a tools folder there, a few bits and bobs in there. And obviously you've got your Google apps in there as well. And that's pretty much it. So it's nice and neat. I do know that they have their own OS. So the GOME OS 3 at the moment. That's what's running over Android 8. So we have an 8K video. Japan in 8K, 60 frames per second. So we are at 480 at the moment. 1080p at 60. Now that is not smooth. If we get a closer look at that, it is a bit glitchy there at 60 frames per second. Okay, let me try original 8K footage I normally try. Okay, so this is the footage I normally try. So let's put it to 1080p at 60 frames per second. It's better, it's handling it better. But there is a couple of jittery moments in there, isn't there? It's buffered, although it's buffered, so it can't be. Let's lower the resolution. 720p. Right, that looks a lot better. It's handling the 60 frames per second at 720p better. Okay, so it's probably limited really at 1080p at 60 frames per second. Just get a little bit jittery, but here at 720p 60 frames it looks fine. So I'd imagine normal 1080p at 30 frames per second will be fine as well. I mean, that still looks really nice. Yeah, in terms of clarity and colour, the display looks beautiful. Yeah, much better performance there. Okay, so I think it's time to jump onto the camera now. Let's test that out. So on the rear, it is a 12 and 5 megapixel sensor. The front-facing camera is 16 megapixel. So, in normal photo mode at the moment. Back. See how it performs. That was pretty decent. Let's go to portrait mode. Let's have something in the background. Okay. That's done a pretty decent job, you know. Separated the foreground from the background. It's quite white though, the back. But I think the bokeh mode has definitely worked there. Now let's switch to video mode. EIS is enabled on this smartphone. You can record up to 1080p. Let's see how smooth this is. Here we go. Okay, so we're on this super budget device, the GOME U9. Testing the video quality, the stability, and also audio quality. Autofocus seems to work well and quick. Interested to know what you guys think. Okay, done not too bad. Okay, let's switch it around to the front. Okay, so we're in photo mode now at the moment. Let's just take a selfie. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. That's decent quality, that is. Now, on the front-facing camera, it doesn't support bokeh mode. So, although it does say portrait mode there, it just switches straight to the rear camera. This has EIS enabled, and it's shooting at 1080p. So here we go. So guys, testing the GOME U9. Looking for video quality and audio quality and stability. It's not too bad. I think it's quite cropped in though. It's not. It hasn't got a sort of a wide-angled lens. It's quite narrower than normal, I'd imagine. I think. But I think the quality is pretty decent, you know. Quite impressed with that. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so that was a quick look at the camera, and overall I was quite impressed by the performance actually. The video seems to be okay. Bokeh mode definitely works. So to finish off, I'm going to test the audio. It has 2 speaker grills at the bottom, but only one is active. That is this one here. Sounds pretty decent. Doesn't sound thin or cheap. Yeah, for a £90 phone, I don't think that loudspeaker sounds too bad at all, actually. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so that was the unboxing of the GOME U9. Quick look at the camera and video playback, audio, the operating system, the applications as well. First impressions are pretty good. £90 phone. The only issue, obviously, that we saw earlier was it struggled to play back 60 frames per second at 1080p. It played back, but it was a little bit jittery. So I'm going to have to be doing some high-intensive games on this phone over the next week or so to test the gaming performance out on this phone as well. So it's 6 gigs of RAM, an octa-core processor, Mali G71 GPU as well. So I'll be doing some Call of Duty gaming on this. Anyway, that's it, guys. Links are in the description below if you want to take a look. It's only £89. When you compare the specs and the price, I think you're going to get a bargain. But if you have any questions, guys, then please drop them below. Give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.